Breaking the wall of how women work. Qualified in the Brunnen Lab. Stefan Knapen, University of Groningen.
Thank you. Whenever I think of the word break or breaking, I can only think of one thing. And that's my favorite television show. Of course, your favorite television show, Friends. It's a sitcom based in New York, which basically revolves around two characters, Ross and Rachel. Ross and Rachel, they are destined to be together. But at one point, they are together, they have a relationship, and then they take a break of that relationship. During that break, Ross decides to sleep with another woman. He decides to sleep with another woman. But the interesting thing is here that they both were taking that break, but they both had different expectations of that break. Well, Rachel thought it was a pause of their relationship, and thinking about their relationship, Ross experienced it as the end of their relationship, and he decides to sleep with another woman. So we all know that expectations matter in relationship. It matters in fights as well. And now I'm wondering, does it matter in therapy as well? Well, we looked at that. We looked at over 100 patients suffering from seasonal depression. And on the x-axis, you see the expectation score, which we assessed beforehand. And on the y-axis, you see the reduction in depression score. This was all before treatment, so, and of course, the therapy success was after treatment. So first of all, men. An interesting graph, basically a horizontal line, no effect at all. But now, the women. It's a direct, significant, positive correlation between expectation and therapy success. The higher the expectation score is, the higher the therapy success is as well. And that's interesting. Apparently, expectations matter. And probably all the guys can tell me in this room, it does in women. And now, I can only find this in women, so that's interesting. So I looked back at the literature, and there was close to nothing to be found about expectations. So what I propose here is to take expectations into account, and to, while you do that, take sex into account, or gender into account as well. And to be honest, I cannot break down this wall today myself, but I can show you the hammer, and that's a 3-item questionnaire in which you can assess the expectation. And I can show you probably the weak spot, and that's look at therapy success in women correlated with expectation score. Thank you for your attention.
If expectations really matter sex-dependently, why is the placebo effect in male and females identical?
Yeah, I'm wondering about that. I looked at the literature, and I cannot really find differences in, or not really studies who looked at differences in placebo effect. And that's probably an interesting, maybe it's the expectation effect is in the placebo response. It could be also in the biological response, looking at the reward system, for instance.
One quick question.
Yeah, don't you think it's a macho-based perspective of yours to say?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I changed my title to Breaking the Wall of Therapy Success. But yeah, this. Yeah, and I have my apologies for that, if you are offended.